And we're back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and we're going to go over the character reworks for Luke Skywalker Farm Boy version and the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Also noted on this list is that we're going to get reworks in the next couple weeks for Princess Leia, Stormtrooper Han, and the one that I'm personally excited about is Raid Han. For the upcoming Heroes Journey event that will unlock Commander Luke Skywalker, Farm Boy, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Princess Leia, Stormtrooper Han, and R2-D2 are the required characters to unlock Commander Luke. Raid Han is getting a rework, but he is not a part of this hero's journey. So let's take a look at Luke first. His basic attack basically got quite a bit of a damage increase. His upgrade 7 now grants 10% damage instead of 5% damage. The Mega now grants 15% damage in addition to the previous bonus of 10% turn meter gain. And that is a reference to the turn meter gain that you get on a critical chance. He'll now have a 50% turn meter gain anytime he gets a critical. When putting mods on Farm Boy Luke, crit chance all the way. And his bullseye ability now reads, cooldown -1, add speed down for 2 turns, and if this attack doesn't score a critical hit, dispel all buffs on the target. So the way it was before is deal physical damage to target enemy. If this attack scores a critical hit, stun the target for 1 turn and inflict defense down and speed down for 2 turns. Or if it doesn't get a critical hit, dispel all buffs on the target, and now it has a 3-turn cooldown. A New Hope, a new Zeta upgrade. All allies gain 50% tenacity, and whenever an ally resists a detrimental effect, they gain advantage for 2 turns. Now, his unique was completely reworked and replaced the old one altogether. Luke has a 25% critical chance, and the Zeta upgrade at the start of each turn, Luke gains 10% critical damage, stacking until the end of the encounter. This is going to be nuts on raids. I'm just thinking that in the Rancor raid, that could be like 500% critical damage or some crazy number that was confirmed by the developers. Right now, I don't know if we need anything like that for the Rancor because there's a bunch of ways to beat the Rancor. But maybe on future raids, or there might be even something that is useful in the heroic AAT tank raid. Okay, let's go to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, this is very interesting because it has a lot of synergies with Luke. Obi-Wan Kenobi has been reworked with 2 unavoidable attacks and a new special ability, Devoted Protector, which allows him to taunt at will, making him a threat from the very start of the battle. And now he's going to have the Rebel category tag. His basic attack now grants potency up instead of evasion up, and the Mega upgrade is now this attack can't be evaded and inflicts evasion down for 2 turns. Now this is the fun one right here, Mind Tricks. This ability can no longer be evaded. Now it can be resisted, and we'll get to that. Let's read how it was originally. Inflict ability block on all enemies for 1 turn and offense down for 2 turns with an 80% chance to remove 60% turn meter. So that has changed so that it can no longer be evaded and it can be resisted, but if it is resisted, Jedi and Rebel allies will gain 3% turn meter for each effect resisted, and the turn meter removal has been bumped to 75%. Now, what makes this interesting is that Luke's leadership ability, which was released the other day, has something similar on it, where whenever an enemy resists a detrimental effect, Rebel allies gain 5% turn meter. So between Old Ben and Luke resisting a detrimental effect, if Luke is the leadership, that's going to be an 8% turn meter gain. So this Mind Tricks is going to put off 2 negative status effects, meaning if the other team has a Rex lead with tenacity up or something like that, basically Jedi and Rebel allies are going to be getting an 80% turn meter gain. This is crazy because it could be that your team has 100% turn meter and the other team has 0% turn meter. Now, so that's very interesting. I don't want to speculate on how that'll play out because we're still going to get 3 more heroes that reworked. But I'm pretty excited about this because this could be just like crazy turn meter manipulation and your team can go nuts. Special number 2, Devoted Protector. New ability. So this is brand new. Fully upgraded reads Old Ben gains taunt for 2 turns. When this taunt expires, Old Ben gains taunt for 1 turn. All allies gain defense up for 2 turns. So this is a GIF here kind of showing how that works. Basically, Old Ben taunts and gets defense up. Thrawn comes in and dispels and puts Fracture on him. Then when both of their turns are done, Old Ben will still have taunt on him. It makes it look like the fracture goes away, but that is not what's happening. It's just basically it's going through the turns. So if Thrawn fractures Old Ben, he will still be taunting. So the other team is going to be attacking Old Ben. And then after the fracture is gone, he'll still have a taunt for 1 turn. So basically he's going to be able to taunt. When the taunt expires, he's going to get taunt for 1 turn. So if the taunt is dispelled by the opponent, it's going to pop right back up and he's going to get taunt for 1 more turn. Now his unique is entirely reworked and it's different, it's better, but in some ways it's worse. Before, when you killed Old Ben, you got all these different positive status effects and that was kind of fun because you got like pretty much every positive status effects in the game. That doesn't happen anymore. So the way that the ability is now, it says, whenever another Jedi or Rebel ally takes damage, Old Ben gains 5% turn meter. The first time Old Ben is defeated, all allies gain offense up and speed up for 2 turns. Recover 50% health and 50% protection and gain 25% turn meter. Very cool. It's interesting. I kind of liked the way it was before because it seemed like there were some tricks maybe with like Ahsoka or something like that. They got rid of all of that. So the general strategy for him, he's now tagged as a rebel. Old Ben fits perfectly under leads such as Jin. He's able to provide AoE, offense down, ability block, and turn meter removal all in one ability mind tricks. Boy, that would pair well with Luke being lead too. We've changed the way his unique If You Strike Me Down works, granting Old Ben 5% turn meter each time a Jedi or Rebel ally is damaged. Old Ben cannot be ignored as each strike against his allies gets him closer to doing mind tricks again. That's pretty cool. Old Ben gains a new special ability, Devoted Protector, that grants Old Ben a taunt for 2 turns that if it's dispelled or simply runs out due to its duration, grants Old Ben another taunt for 1 turn. Seems pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know if this is going to be better than Chase. My goodness. I just don't know. And I'm going to reserve judgment on whether I think this is awesome or broken or not until I see the reworks for Princess Leia, Stormtrooper Han, and Raid Han, because there could be some very interesting synergies that'll make this New Hope team, like the new squad. We will see. I'm excited that we're getting new content. I can't wait for this event myself, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and as always, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.